Hey guys, today I'm playing Lag Hell. It is the laggiest pile of lagging lag that ever did lag. It's complete and utter lag. Gonna try to zoom out and take a look at the picture here. Okay, now in real life, what they do is they say, well, okay, we want to serve the pier up here, ignoring the melted down nuclear reactor. I am on a live server. This is my server. The CPU is better than and I have a 5900X with like 48 gigs of RAM, and 14 nanosecond and cast time. And it sometimes resets. I have to double check that, but that's how it was set up. 3200 megahertz, 4090 graphics card, liquid. It's the Supreme, the liquid cooled 4090. So this is the hottest machine you can want to actually have it. And in order to make sure that it doesn't trip the power supply, I actually have a dedicated electrical outlet, a 240 volt dedicated circuit just for this machine, just so it won't burn my house down. But so it's as hype as a machine can get, and this is how slow it is. Now, okay, we got a train up here. Now, because there is not a spur line which runs sort of like this down onto the docks, maybe even on real life, you can find situations where the rails don't just go down to the docks; they go directly to a ramp that extends into the front of the ship, so they can literally load the ship. They can literally push cars onto the ship. Now, that's pretty cool. But here, look how slow this is. I do have the performance monitors up here, so you can get some idea. So, because the cargo spawns in right here, I do have a cargo mod on. There is a mod. It's I've been using the mod for a while, and unless something radical has changed in the game, the mod's good. I also have a resource trading mod because that fixes a bunch of problems with the stock of the game. So those are two mods I have in here. The cargo spawns about right there, which is out of range from the sky crane. So I have to bring this truck up like this, drive it over here, grab a cargo, pull it down here, unhitch it, grab another cargo, pull it down, unhitch it, and just do that a couple dozen times until the train can be loaded. And that's unfortunately how it has to work. Now, the problem is, the reason I'm making this video is, okay, let's see, I can kind of walk here, and I'm going to walk to the truck. I'm going to press W. Notice the W is not triggering, so I'm just going to sit here and hold the W, and I'm holding the W, continuing to hold the W. I am not releasing the W. Just sitting here, minding my own business, holding the W. See my status here. I'm slow, and the other guy is completely off the rails. So I guess I'll just continue muttering on here while I'm holding the W. And yeah, this truck used to be. It was originally designed by Donk, and it was stolen by the developers and put into the beta version of the game. I kind of overhauled it, and driving it around. It's kind of ugly, but it's still. I pull it out of the old collection every now and again, and I have to still have the W pushed down. Let's see if I can just jump in here. Yeah, it's a very old design. It still has the. I mean, they didn't have driver's seats back when this was built. It's just so he ends up with a pilot seat shoved in here. It's just how old it is. Tapping the W, just some. Come on, W. I'm in. Okay, let's see what I have to do first. I have to start it, and once again, it's since it's lagging, it's just not accepting the starter. As you can see, the E disappears when I press it. So, and I do have the E held down. I'm using a Dvorak. Let's see. I think actually it's using QWERTY mappings for this game. I do normally type Dvorak, but who cares about that? So as you can see, I'm continuing to hold the E down, hoping the starter will kick. Still holding the E down. Once again, this is a AMD Ryzen 5900X, and it can boost up to 5 gigahertz plus. I have a 280 millimeter radiator. Okay, the radiator is just a crappy Thermaltake radiator, but it is a 280 millimeter radiator on the CPU, in addition to the 240 millimeter radiator on the GPU. I had to buy a special case for this overhaul. The machine is just. The machine can't get much better than it is. I mean, there is a 7000 series. I know about the 7000 series. It's just it was only about a year ago I spent $1,000 overhauling this, so I'm not really in the market for a 7000 series chip at the moment. Maybe after the Great Reset and everything falls, civilization collapses and it's rebuilt. And if AMD is still around, I might look at the 8000 series chip. But right now, since I was mashing the W earlier, and it finally, the second time I pressed W, finally came through, and it's kicked me out of the seat I was in. I'm just so what I'm saying here is that there's. Okay, the engine, positive engine RPM. And since I was holding the starter because it wasn't activating. So basically what I'm proving here is that there's maybe about 120 seconds of lag. It's about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes of lag just to do the simplest inputs, and the only way to clear this out is to close out of the game and then reconnect to the server, and I can do that. But the point is that this is not acceptable. This is garbage. The developers released absolute garbage here. Yeah, I did update the truck. I put in some basic equipment here, and so yeah, there's no point in continuing the video at this point. I might as well pop over to the train here, and I guess we could kind of walk around that. I tried to short range teleport, which means I'll probably be stuck in this infinity spawn. That's when you're desynced and you try to teleport, you'll just get the spawning screen, and that will be that is it'll continue indefinitely until you go to the operating system and force close the game. And I mean, like obviously, I've spent a huge number of hours in Stormworks, and basically because I have no life, and I host this server, and which people normally enjoy, and when I run my server, it's often the number one most popular server in the game. I'm probably on a good day when everything's running, I could have 6 or 7 players in this server, all active, all doing cool things, and all being good to each other, and that's not going to happen when it's this laggy. I mean, this is just, what the hell? What the hell? Steering is not responsive. Yeah, this is a very, very old overhaul, so I don't have hotkey shortcuts. I literally have to press the buttons, and of course this thing has a lot of buttons to get it to work. Okay, I have our... Oh, it's responding to that teleport attempt I did in 3 minutes ago. 3 or 4 minutes ago. Well, there's no point in continuing the video. It will just sit here like this indefinitely. And I can try reloading the game at this point, but I don't know what that's going to do to OBS. Alright. I'm gonna try to. I'm trying to close the Stormworks from the taskbar. As you can see, it does not respond to that to close attempt. The Windows. Let's see. It just went white screen. It looks like it's trying to load the window. The program not responding, and then okay, it just. Game now closed, so I'm going to restart the game, and then OBS should reconnect to the okay, multiplayer, internet, refresh list. Yeah, I have the server set up to put everybody on this island. It's a good foyer for the server. Let's go back, see what I was doing. I'm gonna check on the train first. Yeah, the cargo's way down. Yeah, you can see some of the cargo down there. Alright, the train... What the... Okay, yeah, the train has... That's sort of like a little experimental hack job I did. Somebody made this a fairly nice shunter, and I completely just doodled on it, and I just I have it hard locked to this first car here, and then I have two extension cars behind that, and then that and the 3 more cars down here. I think they're railed, but it's kind of partially on the other track. Okay, now the next place I want to go is over here. And even just joining the game, as you can see, we're hopelessly lagged. And this is... The other player gave up. I'm synced, but that's obviously bullshit. I am not synced, and as you can see, the lag is already 30 seconds from just doing a single teleport and looking at the map twice and a couple times. This is a very weird situation. I don't think I've seen the spinner ever rotate that slowly. I have no idea what could possibly be up at this station that it's lagging it down so badly. Let's go F1 again. Just bring that up. Maybe somebody who sees this can recognize some pattern there that I don't see. Let's see, where the heck am I? That should be, yeah, there it is. What the hell? I just noticed that flash. It's like it's responding to the attempts to remove the brake that I did before I logged off. It was just... Yeah, there are a significant amount of electronics on the train, but all of that's been OCD'd and it's pretty optimal, and it doesn't really do too much. I mean, the only thing complex on it is the Crimwin's fuel on a consumption monitor, which is still on there. That's fairly complex, but what the hell? All right, hands are up. Hands are still up. I've not put my hands down yet. Yeah, the only complex thing on this truck is that it actually has a fire suppression system. So if it detects if you run it at 115 miles an hour, you can overheat the engine, and it actually detects that, and it has a fuel shutoff, and you can sort of see up there in the corner there's actually a nozzle which will douse the engine with water from a storage tank, and to prevent it from actually burning down. And it's a decent. I haven't tried that on anything else. There's not really much I would try it on at this point. There's a bad tears. Yeah, they didn't have a corner junction before, so I'd sort of just used that instead of a corner junction. I was trying to. It's taking power off the code for the electrical system is yellow. So the yellow stuff is the electrical system, and the green stuff is the drivetrain. So as you can see, it's splitting the electrical yellow off of the green drivetrain, and that's basically what it's doing. The coloring is mostly consistent. I mean, the red is the exhaust, the kind of the orangish is the diesel. Blue is the intake air. So it's good design. The only thing really dated about it is newer stuff. I map more to the seat controls, so I can so it's a bit easier to drive for. On this, and this, you have to say, okay, the brake finally came off. All right, now I'm going to attempt to. All right, brake is still off. I'm going to attempt to drive here. I'm going to press forward in the control. And my Windows taskbar is in my face at the moment. I gotta get that out of there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try to go analog controls. I'm going to try to lean into it a little bit. The engine is not responding. Still not responding. Engine is definitely running because it's consuming fuel and because there's a non-zero RPM. Of course the controller is tuned to consume the basically as low as I could possibly set the throttle and still keep it running, and that's all right. I mean the clutch works, but it's a little bit dated, and it'll tend to kill the engine when I apply the brakes. I have an auto clutch 2, which fixes that, but this is an older build, so it doesn't have that. I don't even know what's going on. I mean, okay, I know that I'm out of park, and the drivetrain is always engaged. Doesn't have a neutral, so therefore I'm in drive. Because I'm in drive, I should be able to move forward. I'm on analog controls. I've tapped the throttle gently because I don't want to. I'm trying not to just take off here. I'm trying to move. I just pressed the steering about 10 seconds ago. There is no steering response. Still no throttle response, or nothing that I would clearly say, oh, okay, cool, the throttles respond. Nothing like that. It's just sitting here. I'm still in analog controls. Brake is still off. I'm still in the seat. The Okay, there's no point in waiting any longer. I mean, I've made my point in a triplicate that the game is not playable in its current state, and I hope the developers take this to heart. I'm probably gonna post this on YouTube and then link it into the bug reporting system for the game, and I hope the developers take it to heart.